Hello, beautiful beings, beautiful souls. Welcome to Soul Good. I'm Amber Marie, and this is your What Do Your Angels Want You to Know reading. If you're curious about the decks that I'm using today, you can find a list of them in the description box below. You can also find links to my social media accounts, as well as links to information on personal readings and the Soul Good membership channel on Telegram. We're going to be looking at a lot of information today, and I want you to know that I'm doing this reading in real time because there's a lot going on within the cosmos, on the planet, the energy. There's so much happening. However, regardless of when you find this, there could be something here for you. So please don't turn and run simply because, I mentioned what's going on currently. Okay. So we're going to be looking at a lot of information today. We're going to be asking what your angels want you to know about your journey currently. We're going to be clarifying that and then asking why it's important for your journey, as well as looking at some guidance and encouragement, signs, or how you may receive signs from your angels, letting you know that they're with you and you're on the right path, and some advice from them as well. So let's jump right in. Please, Father, Mother, Life, Universe, Spirits, Guides, Angels, our cosmic team, our ancestors, our higher selves, what would our angels like us to know about our journey currently, please? What? Oh, wow. Okay, that's on the floor. Hold on, guys. Here we have it. Are there more? Yes. What would our angels like us to know about our journey currently? What is important for us to know, please? What would our angels like us to know about our journey? All right, thank you. Can we have some clarity on that, please? Clarity on what our angels would like us to know. What would our angels like us to know, please? All right. What would our angels like us to know, please? I feel like, thank you. There's kind of a lot. I mean, really, the energy feels like buzzy, like very much like there's so many things, right? But I'm just really kind of focusing and asking for some specific answers. So why is it important for our journey right now? Why is this important? All right. That was fast. Thank you. Can we please have some guidance and encouragement from our angels in regards to what we're currently experiencing? Yep, thank you. Guidance and encouragement from our angels for what we're currently experiencing, please. That's too many. Can we please have some guidance and encouragement? Guidance and encouragement from our angels, please. Can we get very specific? That one there. Those two. Okay, thank you. And in what way will our angels be communicating with us? How will we know that they're around us, please? Yep, thank you. In what way will we know that our angels are around us? Or that we are on the right path? How will we know our angels are communicating with us? In what way will they do that? How will our angels communicate with us, please? And give us signs? How will we know? Oh, I just got some head pressure. So maybe you get a headache. Suddenly, maybe there's an onset of it. Maybe it's very brief. Okay. And some advice from our angels, please. Advice from our angels as we move forward, please. Yeah, see, that head pressure was like there and now it's gone. So I feel like that could come very quickly and briefly, just to kind of ping you, if you will. What would our angels like to share with us in regards to advice moving forward? What would our angels like? What advice would our angels like to give us, please? All right. Thank you. Okay, let me just move all of these to the side and try to put them in order. Okay, so our angels want us to know about our journey, a loyal heart. So I feel like, first of all, our angels are saying to us, like, they are loyal to us. And that's something that we need to understand. That's something that we need to know. They are always with us. They are always around us. They will not leave us. They will not abandon us, right? They are very loyal to us. And I feel like they want, ooh, that's interesting. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my voice is getting kind of crackly. I feel like, how do I word this? It's almost like some want to believe that they're there, but they struggle. How do I word it? Struggle to almost like put that out into the reality. Ooh, hold on, I'm just like, okay. That is wild to me. I usually don't have like that many things happen back to back in a reading. Okay, so with the crackly voice, like oftentimes there's that energy of like wanting to get things out, but not being able to, kind of struggling to get things out, right? Having difficulty with it. Maybe not even being able to find the words, right? And then sneezing is like this forceful release. It's this, for me, like that's how it shows up physically, right? Is this forceful release. So I feel like there's a need to like consciously and in a way, right, like kind of forcefully like make yourself release any fear that you have around you essentially being alone or you being abandoned, which is interesting because at this time I do feel like many of us are working through these deep-seated wounds of abandonment. Okay, so I feel like the angels want us to know that right now we are not alone. They are always with us and they always will be. I shouldn't say right now we're not alone, but we're not alone, right? They're there. They will always be there. They are loyal to us. They love us, right? And I feel like this is something that they want to make very, very clear. Okay. Go the distance. So here's the thing, like, this is, first of all, there is that energy of like kind of slow and steady wins the race, right? That's kind of what I'm feeling. But there's also an energy of patience, right? So they kind of go hand in hand, but it's this energy of patience. It's this energy of this is a marathon, not a sprint. We have so much further to go. We have so much more to accomplish, right? And they're with us for the long haul. Like, this is not something that is short lived. This is not something where they step in for a moment and then disappear and we don't have any guidance. We don't have any help in the other realms, right? Like, no, they're here for the whole kit and caboodle shebang, right? Like, they are supporting us every step of the way, regardless of how long or short of a time period it takes. It doesn't matter how long we're here, how short we're here, whatever the case may be. There is this energy of we are with you and we're here for the long haul. We're not going anywhere. We are loyal to you and loyal to the cause of raising your vibration, of aligning more with your highest possible timeline and the planet's highest timeline, right? So there's this energy of like, hey, we're here for the whole kit and caboodle. You do not need to fear. You do not need to worry that you're alone, because you're definitely not. Interesting. I feel like, yes, thank you. I feel like they're bringing this up because I feel many of us feel abandoned, right? Especially if you're tuning into the news and you're watching shit happen, especially with this Mercury retrograde, bringing up so much energy of transformation and bringing up these deep-seated childhood traumas, childhood wounds, these deep-rooted things that we've been really struggling to let go of that are very, very painful, very difficult and challenging to overcome, right? And it doesn't matter to me like where you're at in your spiritual journey, okay? Because this has been difficult for everyone that I've spoken to about it in one way or another, right? Because it is really fucking challenging us. And I feel like they're bringing this up because we may feel like we've been left alone, but we're not. We're not, we're not, we're not, right? Even if at this time it is necessary for you to be alone in the physical world because you have your own inner journey to be going through, your own inner discovery, your own inner search or quest, as it were. I feel like you're not alone, truly, right? You may feel that way, but you're not, right? So I feel like this is why this is being brought up, or part of why this is being brought up, and why they're coming through to say, hey, you are not alone. I promise you, you're not alone. And what's really interesting about this is, for me, I oftentimes, when I get really, really warm during readings, it's often a sign of the angels being around. And I'm so warm right now, which I have like a sleeveless shirt on, a pair of jeans, and it's like 65 degrees outside where I'm at. So it's not hot, okay? And I'm like super warm all of a sudden. So we have some clarity here from the tarot. Let's see what we have. Princess of Wands, or Page of Wands in the reverse. This is conflict, lack of direction. It can also be procrastination, right? So gaining this clarity, I feel like because there's so much conflict going on around the planet right now, the energy feels so conflicting because we are moving out of one way of being into another, and we're not quite there yet. So it's like we're having this kind of internal battle with ourselves within the energy to say, like, is this what's happening? No. Or is this what's happening? Like, it's almost like we can't quite put our finger on it. But I feel like the angels are letting us know, like, they're loyal to us, they're here for us, and are helping us to find that direction, to move out of that conflict, right? And to allow ourselves to be free from, actually, I'm getting the word manipulation. I don't know. Take that as it resonates with you, because I feel like there's various different layers to that depending on who you are and where you're sitting. But there's so much conflict going on around the planet and internally that I feel like they're coming through to say, hey, look, you're not alone. It may feel that way. It may feel like you're alone. It may feel or look like bleak. It may look bad. It may look awful, horrifying, whatever it is, but know you're not alone. Know that your angels are with you, and know that we will come out of this, right? Yeah, look, know that we will come out of this piece. I mean, so here's the thing. I love these cards, you guys. They're beautiful. But the two of this one particularly, you know, says peace on it. And actually, when I turned it over, I got that feeling of peace, like it washed over me, where when I had this card in my hand, it felt very chaotic, very, I don't know what the word is, maybe like pingy, like bouncing all over the place. But when I held up this card, or when I turned this card over rather, like that feeling of peace did wash over me. And here's the thing about the Two of Swords. There are difficult decisions that need to be made, right? Difficult decisions that need to be made. And I feel like they're helping us with that at this time. And that's part of that loyal heart, right? Is to help us through these difficult decisions, to help us find peace. I also get this energy here of needing to let you guys know that if you feel chaotic or confused or conflicted, call upon your angels. Ask them to bring peace in, right? Ask them, because I feel like they're on standby waiting, right? But this energy of peace is like, it's what they're here for. And we are moving out of this stage or era of conflict into one of peace and love, right? It's going to take time, like, understand that. And there are going to be difficult decisions to be made. And I want to say lovingly that there may be things that you don't want to see. She's blindfolded, okay? There may be things that you do not want to see that are, right, that are cause of conflict. But keep going. Keep going, right? Because peace is on the other side. We also have here the, wow, interesting, the Two of Wands. And this is the Dominion card. It is in the reverse here. And so the Two of Wands is about playing it safe, fearing change. And I feel like this is part of that decision, right? This often for me is that card of like, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because the Two of Wands is this energy of like leaving home, right? Kind of moving into a more independent type of energy. Oh my gosh, my stomach is growling, you guys. I'm so sorry if you could hear that. But it, yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's what the message is. I'm like, why is my stomach being so loud right now? It takes guts. Thanks. Thanks, Spirit. Like, that's a funny way of making that come through. But it takes guts, right? It takes guts to move forward, even facing the, or rather in the face of change. Like it takes guts because there is a lot of discomfort in doing something that you've never done before. So there is this energy of fearing change, but it's like, make decisions, or there's going to be a need to make decisions and get uncomfortable and face your fears of change. Like, no, I'm getting this energy of like, it's no longer, I don't want to say beneficial because I don't know that it's ever been beneficial, but for lack of better terms, it's not beneficial to sit on the fence, right? Like, sitting on the fence is no longer safe. You have to choose, right? You have to decide where you're going, what you're doing. And so there's this energy of like needing to make that decision hastily. But know that you're supported. Know that you have angels behind you that are helping you to make those decisions should you ask them, helping to open doors, helping to lead you to where you need to be so that you can indeed go the distance. We also have here the Three of Swords. So this is an energy in the reverse, Three of Swords, of recovery, forgiveness, and moving on, right? So isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Because we're talking about moving out of conflict into a space of peace, but needing to make decisions and get uncomfortable with, or rather get comfortable with being uncomfortable. What is the word? Having the courage, the guts, as it were, to move on, right? To forgive, regardless of what we see, to open our heart. Okay. So I feel like there could be a lot happening where things look, again, very bleak, very discouraging, very, I'm actually getting like war. I'm getting the word war. Okay. Like, I'm just going to throw it out there. But there is this energy here of allowing ourselves to move on by addressing the conflict within, making decisions, finding peace in the decisions that we make, and moving forward despite our fears, right? Moving forward despite the fact that we're uncomfortable, and allowing ourselves to essentially move on, recover from what we've experienced in the past, and find forgiveness, right? So why is this important for our journey? Longing for home, belonging, the original lightworkers, because you have a job to do. End of story. You have a job to do. And that job is not only for the planet, right? All of humanity to raise its vibrational frequency, but for you to learn and grow and expand, right? Because you can't help others grow if you're not growing. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know how to grow, if you don't let yourself grow, how could you possibly help others? Right? So there's this energy here of like, hey, you have a job to do here. This is why all of this is happening. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yes, it's going to feel conflicting. Yes, there's a need to make decisions that can be very difficult, but it's part of why you're here, right? And so I feel like the angels want us to know that, like, this is part of why you're here. It's part of your job. So that's why this is important right now. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Isn't that fascinating? Because we're asking our angels, right? What do we need to know? What do you want us to know right now? And then one of the first things they say is like, we're here. You need to know that. Ooh, I just got chillies too. Right? The body shivers, goosebumps, as like they're saying, hey, we're here. And now we have this next card coming up, right? So why is this important for our journey? If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Trust your path. Well, we know that now. So now what? Right? I feel like this is an important part of our journey because we're learning how to trust ourselves. We're learning how to trust our intuition. We're learning how to trust the guidance that we receive from God, the creator, the universe, our angels, our guides, whatever you call them, right? Or call it as the creator or whatever, source, right? We're learning how to trust. We're learning how to trust. And it's important for our journey. We need to be able to trust ourselves in order to help others. Like, really, I mean, for example, if you don't trust yourself as a doctor, you're certainly not going to perform surgery on someone to save their life, right? So, very similarly, yep. And it's important because we're awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yes. Yes. The entire planet is going through this currently, right? All of the collective. And there's this energy of our angels wanting us to understand this is important because we are bringing in a new way of being. We're all receiving these energetic upgrades. We need to integrate that currently, right? It's going to feel conflicting because, again, we're moving out of one way of being into another. It's going to feel conflicting within. The energy externally is going to feel conflicting because the whole planet is moving through this, right? And it's an important part of, again, raising the vibrational frequency of the planet. And finally, this is fucking fantastic. We have a Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. What the hell was I just saying? Right? Because we're light workers. We're here with a job. We're here to help people, help others, right? And maybe you don't resonate with the term light worker. Maybe you don't resonate with healer or starseed or whatever. But I feel like if you're on this video, right, you were brought to it for a reason. And I feel like this is the angels saying to you, like, hey, this stuff that you're going through is to help not only yourself, but others, right? So that you can essentially teach, how do I word it? It's like, I don't want to say teach others so much as finding your way out of the darkness and then going back in to help others find their way out as well, right? So that's how I'm seeing this, like being that flashlight or that lighthouse for others to be able to find their way out. Okay? To help others to raise their vibrational frequency. And so then they themselves can turn around and go back into the darkness and help get more. Right? That's how I'm seeing this. And it's crucial. It is crucial for us. If you've listened to anything by Dolores Cannon, it is like the entire universe has its eyes on us right now because this has never been done before. Raising the vibrational frequency of the entire planet in the way that we're doing it. Right? So it is this energy of like, we need you to know what you're doing so that you can go help other people, but know that you are supported as you move through this. You are not alone, right? So encouragement and guidance from our angels. We have 3 postcards from Spirit here, and the first one has a stag on the front and says, you are beauty. Okay. And these are quite long, so I'm just going to go ahead and read them to you. Dearest you, the common sayings, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely, refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co-creators here to play. And we have many ideas about how this should all play out. Just know the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear the world loosely, or will it straitjacket you? It is your choice. Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan. Loving you, always and forever, right? So this is our angels and guides saying, hey, look, shit might look fucking crazy. It might look wild and chaotic, and it might look, again, bleak, like there's no hope. But you mustn't be attached to that. You must not take it personally. You must remain in that high vibrational frequency and allow things to unfold the way that they're supposed to. Because even if it feels challenging, even if it looks like we're not going to make it out alive, right? We must first experience darkness to know that we need the light, to know that we would rather be in the light. And this is important for this transition. It's important for our journey, right? So that is part of the guidance that we're receiving, the encouragement to keep going and knowing, right, that Spirit has a plan. God has a plan. We have you are loved, and there's a beautiful little, I don't know exactly what he is, but there's a little guy with a bow on the front, though he has no arrow, but he has a little bow. And there's a rose on the front, right? So I'm telling you this because it may be important for somebody. It may be a sign for somebody, okay? And I'm getting some fears. So first of all, I want to say it says you are loved. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but release any fear of you not being loved or not feeling worthy of having the angels assist you, guide you, lead you, help you, okay? Interesting. It says here, dearest you, we are here on the other side, or excuse me, we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends a love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you, always and forever. We just adore you over here. Right? Isn't it interesting? Because, I mean, we're talking about raising the vibrational frequency of the planet. We're talking about our soul journey. We're talking about moving forward, raising our vibration all the way around, right? Collectively, individually, planetary, like cosmically, planetarily. I don't even know if that's a word, but anyway, right? We're talking about raising our vibrational frequency across the board. What is the highest vibrational frequency? Love. If you didn't know the answer, that's what it is. Love. It's love. Right? So this for me is beautiful because it's Spirit saying, hey, our angels saying, hey. It's like when in doubt, love. That's it. It's that simple and that complicated, all wrapped into one little shiny package. Right? And I feel like it's going to be important for us to remain in that frequency as we witness what unfolds. Okay? And I feel like that's why this guidance is coming through. So, like, no matter what it looks like, no matter what others may say or do, sit in love and hold that, because that is what is going to carry us through, right? We also have celebrate life, and there is what appears to be an angel of some kind on the front of this card here. Okay. I'm also being guided, before we jump into this card, I'm being guided to share, like, it takes immense courage to love without conditions. Immense courage. Okay. I just feel like I had to say that. Take it as it resonates with you. So it says here, dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace. Indeed, they are. And the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are being pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Oh, I just got goosebumps, you guys. Are you listening? Are you listening? I feel like this is important. Try something new. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. So, right, it's interesting because that's basically what I was just saying, like right before we jumped deep into this card, right? Like, it takes courage to sit in love. And this is not something that we've been taught. I'm 35 years old, okay? And I grew up thinking I knew what love was, and I was very mistaken. Very, 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 very mistaken. I had no idea, right? And so there is this energy of, and here's the thing, giving love freely without conditions and receiving love freely, allowing yourself to do that is fucking scary. When you don't know how to do that, when you've never done it before, it's scary as shit because you basically put everything that you are on a platter and say, here, take it. You don't have to give me anything. Ooh. And you guys hear my voice just crack there? That's scary. It is hard for us to do that, right? Because we've never been taught. So again, it takes that bravery and that courage. And I feel like this is what Spirit wants us to know. Like, it's going to take bravery and courage to step into this new way of being. But you are able to do it. You have all of the support you need because your angels are loyal. They're ready to go the distance. You will not be left alone. Right? So how might our angels let us know that they're with us? We have coincidence. Of course we do. A remarkable concurrence of events or circumstances without apparent casual connection, right? So again, like how many coincidences, or I shouldn't say again, but how many coincidences before mathematically impossible, right? Synchronicity showing up time and time again. Maybe it's you seeing the same symbol or animal, or hearing the same song, or seeing the same word, or same mention of a place. Maybe your best friend mentions a certain place, and then you're talking to your partner and they mention it, and then you're watching your favorite TV show and they mention it, or you're scrolling through your socials and you see that, and then you go through your email and it's there, like, right? These things that are occurring over and over and over again. That is how you'll know that the angels are like, hey, we're trying to show you something, right? Maybe it's angel numbers. Okay. But like whatever it is, know that those coincidences or synchronicities are showing up because your angels are communicating with you. Also in movies. I feel like, so what's fascinating about this, right? I feel like you maybe feel called or guided to watch certain movies because there could be downloads in there for you to receive. There are messages in there for you to receive in regards to your own specific journey, right? Maybe it's a movie about ancient times and there's something there about a past life that you had. Or maybe it has to do with love and there's something that you need to address there. Maybe it's something to do with a parent and child relationship that is turbulent and there's something there for you to be healing and learning from, right? You have to think outside the box. Your angels certainly do. And in order to be able to recognize that they're communicating with you, you have to be willing to do that as well, right? So pay attention to what shows or movies you're being guided to, because there's likely something there for you. If you should only open your mind and allow yourself to receive it. Ooh, look at this. And finally, shivers and goosebumps. So you guys, I don't know if you guys experience this. Actually, I've kind of had people like kind of chuckle at me because I'll be sitting just random, and then all of a sudden I get this, like, you'll think I just had like somebody just ran like a feather up my back or something, because I'll just kind of like, right? Like, ooh, I just got to chill. That is your angels letting you know that they're with you, right? They're letting you know, I'm here. Know that I'm here. Know that you are protected, you're loved, right? Know that you're being supported. Okay, so if you just get like a random shiver down your spine, or, you know, goosebumps that seem to just show up out of nowhere, it is likely your angels saying, hey, I'm here with you, right? And some advice from our angels moving forward: clear your vibes, from Archangel Metatron, right? It says here, thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. So Archangel Metatron is saying, hey, clear your vibes. Do not hold on to things that are not serving you, right? I have this little thing where I'll say something along the lines of like, Amber, everywhere that you be, come back to me. And any energy that is not mine, return to sender with love and consciousness attached. Right? You can also do this by grounding, walking outside barefoot, getting out in the sun, taking a bath, immersing yourself in water. All right? But this is advice going forward. Make sure you're clearing your vibes and doing it constantly. Like, even when you go to the grocery or the gas station or work or whatever, right? You pick up, absorb the energies of the collective all the time. You pick up and absorb the energies of everyone you interact with, even if you don't say anything to them, you just pass them by. Okay? So clear your vibes and do it. Make a habit out of it. Right? Especially if you're not somebody who is used to it and can identify when energies aren't theirs, right? If it's not yours, like, if you don't know how to identify that, make sure you're doing things to clear your vibes, like grounding, walking around barefoot, maybe doing a meditation or something of the like, right? Also, spiritual support isn't, oh my gosh, this is beautiful, you guys. So advice from the angels, right? It says we have spiritual support. So they want us to know, like, we're advising you that we're here to support you. Utilize us. Right? Like, don't just like, it's almost this energy of like, we're bored just sitting here when you don't ask us for help, because it's our job to help you. And so if you're just sitting there, like, your angels are like, you're not acknowledging them. You're not saying, hey, angels, could you help me find peace right now? Hey, angels, where do I need to be going next? What do I need to be doing? You know, what's the next stage of my journey? Or what opportunities are coming for me? What do I need to know? Like, they are just kind of bored, because free will, like, you have to ask, right? But it says here, dear angels, I allow you, isn't this fascinating? I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware, right? Like, that's the key word there. I allow you, right? So just as I was saying, like, you have to ask, and if you're not, they're bored. So ask them. This is advice coming from them. Ask us for help, because we want to fucking help you. We're waiting. And I am like so freaking hot. Like, my whole, I'm like, oh, I'm like sweating. And I have no reason to be sweating right now, you guys, none whatsoever. So ask for help. And finally, signs from heaven. Thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence, right? So advice from the angels moving forward, look for those signs, because it's going to help you to keep your faith high. It's going to help you to recognize or acknowledge what steps you need to take next, right? Don't shut down to those signs. Maybe it's feathers, maybe it's movies, maybe it's shivers, maybe it's angel numbers, maybe it's songs, maybe it's movies, maybe it's repeating initials, whatever the hell it is for you. Find, or rather, allow yourself the ability to see them, acknowledge them, and utilize them, right? Because it's helping you to move forward. And know that your angels are giving you those signs, okay? So I feel like this has been super, super powerful, because more than anything, I feel like the angels want us to know currently they're here. They're supporting us. They're here. and they're not going anywhere. They will not abandon us because this is an important part of why we are here, right? Beautiful. I love it so much, and I hope you did too. If you found that something in this reading resonated with you, please do the YouTube things by liking, sharing, and or subscribing. It really does help the channel to grow and helps to tell YouTube that there may be something here for someone else to see. So I greatly, greatly appreciate that. As always, it's been a pleasure reading for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your time and your energy wherever you are, whatever you are doing. Please know that you've got this and God's got you. Take care of your beautiful soul, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.